Good morning. It is 6:47 a.m. on Friday, September 28th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, even though usually this video is more or less the first thing I do in the morning, for whatever reason today I was kind of putting it off and actually posted a podcast episode, just sitting here working on that instead of recording this video. And I think maybe part of that was because I felt like maybe today I was going to talk about the whole Supreme Court hearing thing yesterday, and I kind of wasn't excited to do that. I mean, obviously it's a newsworthy, event. I don't know that I have anything specific to contribute to that overall discussion that other people aren't saying in a more educated or insightful way. But it is certainly distressing, like the whole, it's just, it feels like a lot more of the same issue that I've felt kind of since the 2016 election, where it's one thing to feel like you disagree with the people in power and you want them to make different decisions than the ones they're making. And it's another thing to feel like the whole process is kind of spinning out of control. Now, maybe everybody always feels like that. Maybe that's all through history. Everybody always thinks that's what's going on. But it's also true that, stuff doesn't actually last forever, things can spin out of control to a point where they're irrevocably changed. Things are changing all the time. So just the fact that something has been away for a long time doesn't mean that it's somehow protected from being ruined. I mean, it happens. So it just all feels messy and gross and awful, just whenever I think about the state that our country is in right now. Now, I mean, maybe the midterms are a course correction and we can start getting things a little bit back on track. I hope so. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to feel optimistic sometimes. Anyway, I guess this is all why I don't often get into politics on these videos, is because I find it upsetting. But, and that's usually not the mood that I want to put myself in first thing in the morning, But overall, I mean, it's just, although certainly in theory we want to say it's theoretically possible, that, when we talk about allegations of abuse or harassment and everything, there's the whole believe women idea, and the people on the other side ridicule that as they're essentially saying, women can't lie, somehow we know for sure that it's always the truth, and that's kind of not what it's about, though, right? It's not that you just instantly 100% always assume that the allegation is 100% true and then don't do any investigation. It's about taking it seriously. And I don't know, it's just, I watched those two people testify yesterday, and I sure felt to my satisfaction who I believed. And yet, it was always clear that, a lot of the people backing Kavanaugh just actually don't care. whether it's true or not. And you know what? It's probably true of some of the Democrats too, that they don't have a vested interest in stopping Kavanaugh because of the allegations. It's because they don't think he would be good on the Supreme Court. And I mean, to some extent, I think, they didn't want him there for that reason either, and so they're going to do anything they can to try to stop him. But that also doesn't mean that the allegation isn't true. But yeah, but certainly the idea that, well, we don't care if he actually did it. We want him on there anyway. But we know other people wouldn't like that, so we're going to pretend that the allegation is true, even though the real answer is that we don't care if it's true or not. Because I think even the people who would rather have him off the court for other reasons still also care whether the allegation is true or not, because it seems disqualifying to me. But anyway, okay, so I don't have anything new to contribute to this conversation, but that's kind of where my head's at on it. Anyway, everything sucks. Not really. Not everything. But there's a lot. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for right now, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.